Hi, I'm here awkwardly via video because I'm teaching, but wanted to make my presence known. Say, hey, what's up? And really, I wanted to talk to all of you via video, which is kind of nice. I can't take any questions about college and the high school and what's going on with college and the high school. If you remember last year, we talked about potentially doing English 109 at Tahoma for the 2018-2019 year, which means that we have to get a lot of the stuff wrapped up by November. And so we're going through the process of this, and I don't have a specific ask today, except that you just think about some of these things because they're going to potentially be broader issues in the future. But I wanted to let you know where we are. I'll try to make this very quick. And if you have questions, please email me, let Jamie know, that kind of thing. All right, so making it work for our division. College in the high school is a national program, but we definitely have to make it work so that the standards and requirements work for our division. I know that, and I also want to thank you for entrusting me with this and for letting me go forward with this. I really appreciate it. Just a very general overview, what is college in the high school? College in the high school is different than Running Start because the students don't come to the college campus. They are taught by high school teachers who hold credentials that are approved by our division. That's important. That's what's going to be coming up today. And work with a Green River College faculty coordinator. This is a program, the College in the High School program, that's national. It's been going on for years. Like I've said kind of again and again, they've been doing this in Idaho for a long time. So Idaho is ahead of us on this, which terrifies me just a little bit because Idaho also lets students bring guns to school. Like you can just pop a gun right on a desk. Just be like, oh, hey, I'm here for class and here's my big gun. Sorry, got distracted. But they work with a faculty coordinator, and the faculty coordinator ensures that curriculum is standardized between the two so that they're teaching the same curriculum. Travels to the high school each quarter to evaluate the high school teacher and to work with the high school teacher. When I did this before, it was definitely a partnership. It was really cool. And to monitor student progress. The cool thing about this is through the college and the high school office, this is paid. You get money for this. So it's a time commitment, but you do get paid for it. So this could potentially be something that could work really well for adjunct professional development as well. For students, this hits a different student demographic. This isn't Running Start students. We won't be losing students. The data in the research shows that you don't lose students. You hit students where they are. So usually college and the high school students are students who, for whatever reason, can't or don't want to or are afraid to leave their high school campus. They could be challenged geographically. They don't have bus money to get here. They don't have a car. Maybe they're just scared. They're scared of going to college for whatever reason. Maybe finances don't let them travel because maybe it's too far for them for whatever reason, or they can't afford that kind of stuff, or they can't afford to be away from their family for whatever reason. They have to work. They have this really tight schedule, which is very common. So in this way, we get them where we are. We serve students where they actually are. We are helping unlock things. We are bridging a very big gap, and we need to bridge this gap. We need to open doors, not close them. I'm sure you're tired of me saying that. Where are we right now? We've agreed to English 109 for the 2018-2019 year. College and high school program wants us to potentially do many more classes, but that's a bigger conversation, and Jamie and I have already agreed we don't want to do that this year. So 109 for 2018-2019. We've agreed to pilot it. Now we need to agree on potential teacher qualifications for high school teachers. After that, we need to appoint faculty coordinators, and then after that, we need to do the final stuff, agree on curriculum, get all that done. And to that end, high school qualifications is what I really want to talk to you today. I don't have a specific ask for this, but I want to tell you kind of where we are and something to think about. High school teachers often have different qualifications than those of us teaching at college. They go to school to teach. They have a master's in education, and college instructors have usually a master's degree in that content field. And so we need to recognize that there is a difference. We're not going to find usually that high school teacher unicorn that has the master's in comp rep. We're just not going to find that. And that's okay because they work really well for high school. But we need to somehow bridge the gap. And that's where faculty coordinators come in. Schools all over the state, Eastern, Central, University of Washington, Highline, just all different kinds of schools have bridged this gap by doing what the accrediting body for this college and high school program demands, and that is to provide annual discipline-specific training. They have to have program training too in the college and high school program, but they also need discipline-specific training, and that's determined by the division. So for English 109, and that could depend on class, the division-specific training, what do they need to know for English 109? What kind of skills do they need to have? What kind of pedagogical stuff do they need to kind of shove in their toolbox? What tips and tricks and what outcomes and what kind of assessments do they need? So faculty coordinators provide they're paid for this, and they provide that professional development training, curriculum, content, pedagogy, teaching philosophies, assessment, other topics are covered, and there is continuous communication, evaluation, back and forth all year between the teacher and the faculty coordinator. How it works at our partner schools, many community college partners, it's an application and requirements. There's a specific application process through the academic divisions, and the divisions can define that, and that's what Jamie and I have talked about and we'd like to do. We don't want anyone else choosing who teaches this. We want the division to be able to choose, and so we're going to have our own application process, similar to an adjunct application process, but this would be a different application. Now, recognizing those differences and embracing them, like I was talking about before, demand that we recognize that there are different educational things that have happened with high school teachers. They're just not going to have, sometimes a master's in English. So what the current requirements are at UW, at EWU, at Central Washington University are this, and they're all the same. They don't deviate from this. A master's in English is strongly preferred. However, we realize that most of you don't have that. So a master's in a related field is acceptable. And that can be a master's in education with an English focus or something like that. We can define that as a division, what we think is acceptable. What is a related field? When accompanied by one or more of the following: graduate level course credits in English comp rhetoric, literature, linguistics, TESOL, that kind of thing. Tech writing. Tech writing would be really good for 109. Substantial professional writing experience for 109, substantial AP training and experience. If you've looked at the AP training, it's intense. It's crazy for AP classes, and documented experience. And national board certification. If you haven't taken a dive into the world of national board certifications, it's terrifying and humbling. I wouldn't qualify for national boards. It's a pretty rigorous process. So these are the requirements that these other schools have, and they're all the same, and we can define our own, but it's my opinion that these will get us the very best partners, teacher partners. And in my experience, because I've done college in the high school, we can learn a lot from our teacher partners in the high school. We can learn what they're teaching them. We can learn how to better teach for some of our audiences. We can learn who we're missing. And we can teach them, college expectations and college processes. And it's a really neat, cool partnership. Oh, I'm at 9 minutes. I'm so sorry. I've been yammering. If you have any questions, please let Jamie know. Let me know. And thank you for listening to my yippity yappery video. Yappery? All right. Have a good day.